Therefore, any large-scale move to electricity-powered passenger vehicles will have to factor this in. The path ahead for electric vehicles. The departure of President Trump from office has breathed a new life into the very sane move away from the use of fossil fuels to meet one's energy needs. With President Joe Biden's resolve to return to a position that is more amenable to reversing the impact of global warming by rejoining the Paris Climate Accord, the chances for finding success on that path have dramatically risen. Critical to the success of that policy is the electrification of road transport, accounting for about 70% of the US's total oil consumption in 2019. The electrification of transportation is going to define the 21st century, and this is reflected in the performance of major players in the segment, like the electric car maker Tesla, whose stock value recently exceeded that of Facebook. Electric vehicles presently comprise 10% of the global passenger market, which figure is expected to hit a healthy 40% by 2040. The fact that electric vehicles and cars powered by the traditional internal combustion engine will bear the same price tag by the mid-2020s will have a lot to do with this growth in the adoption of the former. The US in particular is expected to see a year-on-year over 70% increase in the sale of electric vehicles in 2021 when compared with 2020. That roughly corresponds to a 50% increase in the sale of electric vehicles, which is the same as the global increase in that category of vehicles in the same year. The expected corresponding increase in the sale of conventional internal combustion engine vehicles is going to be only 2 to 5%, even though as a percentage of the total number of vehicles sold, the sale of electric vehicles is currently small. The trends show a healthy rate of adoption of electric vehicles as each year passes by. This is particularly true of China and Europe, which are together expected to account for 72% of all electric cars sold in 2030. The US would have a total of 18.7 million electric vehicles on its roads by 2030, up from over 1 million such vehicles at the end of 2018. All in all, the road to a total global move to electric vehicles is a long-winded one, but the heartening fact is that the auto companies around the world are stepping up to the plate by investing massively in the technologies that will power this revolution, even though they would likely not see any returns on the large amounts of money spent for quite some time. Conclusion: even though we are not likely to see traditional internal combustion engine-powered vehicles go out of production in the near future, the fact of the matter is that the process is inexorably rolling forward in that direction. This is something that is known to those who are going to be enormously impacted by this change, the oil and the auto industries, and they are preparing for it. Consumers now need to do their bit to hasten the move to phase out fossil fuel-powered vehicles sooner rather than later.